Are you tired of tossing and turning at night, wishing sleep would come, but it never does? You're physically drained, mentally exhausted, and yet the hours tick by and your body just won't let go. If you're in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, please know this: you're not alone. Sleep disturbances are incredibly common as we age. I've worked with hundreds of seniors over the past decade, and I can tell you with certainty, insomnia doesn't discriminate. Some of the most active, optimistic older adults I know struggle each night just to find a few hours of peace. And they all ask the same question: is this just how aging works? Am I supposed to accept that restful nights are over? Absolutely not. And here's something that might surprise you. The solution to your sleepless nights may not be in a pill bottle. It could be sitting quietly in your kitchen, right now, waiting on your countertop. One small fruit, one simple drink, one handful of nuts, each of them backed by real science. Each of them capable of helping you fall asleep faster, stay asleep longer, and wake up feeling refreshed, without drugs, without grogginess. Haven't heard about these foods before? That's because 90% of older adults completely overlook them and lose hours of sleep because of it. If that sounds like something you've experienced, drop a comment below and write yes. I want to know how many of us are dealing with this silent struggle. Your voice matters. Over the next few minutes, I'll walk you through 7 amazing foods, each one carefully chosen not just because of what it contains, but because of how it interacts with the aging body. We'll talk about the natural compounds in these foods, things like tryptophan, melatonin, magnesium, and epigenin, and how they gently nudge your brain and nervous system toward true, restorative sleep. Not sleep forced by chemicals, not sedation, real, healing rest. And here's the thing: you don't have to change your entire diet. Most of these foods are easy to find, easy to prepare, and easy to love. Some can be eaten raw. Some can be turned into soothing nighttime drinks. And one of them, you probably walk past it every time you're at the grocery store, never knowing it could add an extra hour of sleep to your night. With over 10 years of experience supporting seniors through lifestyle and nutrition changes, I've learned this: sleep is not a luxury, it's a foundation. Without proper sleep, your memory fades faster, your blood pressure rises, your risk of falls, inflammation, and even depression skyrockets. And yet, so many older adults continue to suffer in silence because they think there's nothing they can do. But that's not true. You can reclaim your nights. You can wake up without that foggy, drained feeling. And it starts with something as simple and as powerful as food. So if you're watching this and thinking, maybe this is the video that finally helps me sleep again, you're absolutely right. But don't just watch. Like this video if you care about your health. Subscribe so you don't miss the rest of this series. And if at any point you feel a "wow, I didn't know that" moment, comment and share it. That could be the insight someone else desperately needs to hear today. Now let's begin. The first food on our list is a small green fruit that many people overlook. But inside, it holds the power to reset your internal clock, boost natural serotonin, and help you fall asleep up to 35% faster. Sound unbelievable? Let me introduce you to kiwi, nature's sleep booster. 1. Kiwi fruit. Kiwi, nature's sleep booster. Have you ever wished there was a natural off switch for your mind at night? Something that could gently quiet the noise in your head, relax your body, and help you drift into sleep without pills, without side effects. Just peace? Kiwi might be exactly that. It's one of the most underrated sleep-promoting foods I've seen in over a decade of working with older adults. Kiwi isn't just a fruit, it's a biological ally, perfectly suited to help people over 60 restore their body's natural sleep rhythms. A small, fuzzy green fruit helping you fall asleep up to 35% faster? Sounds unlikely until you see the science. A well-respected study published in the Asia-Pacific Journal of Clinical Nutrition found that adults who ate 2 kiwis 1 hour before bed experienced dramatic improvements in how fast they fell asleep, how long they slept, and how deeply they rested. Some participants fell asleep 35% faster. Others gained up to an hour more of quality sleep. That's not magic. It's the power of serotonin, melatonin, folate, and antioxidants working together to recalibrate your system. As we age, our natural melatonin production declines, which explains why so many older adults find themselves lying awake or waking up too early. Kiwi gently supports your body's melatonin levels, helping to realign your circadian rhythm without the need for synthetic supplements. But melatonin isn't the only star here. Kiwi is also a powerful source of serotonin, the neurotransmitter that not only stabilizes mood but also serves as the direct precursor to melatonin. In other words, eating kiwi doesn't just support sleep. It helps build the very chemicals your body relies on to create sleep. Folate, a B vitamin found abundantly in kiwi, adds another layer of benefit by easing stress and anxiety, two common yet silent culprits of restless nights in older adults. And with potent antioxidants like vitamin C and E, kiwi also helps reduce inflammation and oxidative stress, both of which are closely tied to age-related sleep disruption. I once worked with a 72-year-old woman who hadn't had a full night's sleep in over 5 years. We made several adjustments to her lifestyle, but the simplest and most effective was adding 2 fresh kiwis to her nighttime routine. Within 10 days, she reported waking up not just rested, but joyful. Her energy returned. Her skin looked brighter. She said she finally felt like herself again. That's the quiet power of this humble fruit. To get the most out of it, eat 1 to 2 ripe kiwis about an hour before bedtime. You can enjoy them on their own, mix them into a smoothie with Greek yogurt, or even slice them over a warm bowl of oats for double the benefit. Yes, we'll talk more about oats later. Just avoid pairing kiwi with acidic or caffeinated foods in the evening, as that may reduce its calming effect. Kiwi works best as the centerpiece of a calming pre-sleep routine. It's not just a snack, it's a signal to your body that rest is near. And the more consistently you use it, the more reliable your sleep will become. Sleep isn't about shutting off. It's about healing, rebuilding, and restoring every part of you. And kiwi is one of nature's simplest, safest tools to guide that process. Now, while kiwi helps your body build melatonin, the next food we'll explore goes a step further. It contains melatonin directly. If you've ever longed for something that could reset your internal clock almost instantly, you'll want to stick around. Let's talk about tart cherries, nature's true sleep elixir. 2. Cherries. Tart cherries, nature's sleep elixir. Tart cherries may look small and unassuming, but inside these deep red gems lies one of the most powerful natural tools for sleep that I've come across in over a decade of working with seniors. And the best part? They don't just help your body build melatonin like kiwi does, they contain it directly. That's right, tart cherries are one of the few foods on Earth with a naturally high content of melatonin, the hormone that controls your sleep-wake cycle. And for older adults, who often produce significantly less melatonin with age, that's a game changer. In fact, a groundbreaking study published in the European Journal of Nutrition found that participants who drank tart cherry juice twice daily increased their total sleep time by up to 84 minutes per night. That's not a small improvement. It's the kind of transformation that can shift someone from surviving to truly thriving. I often tell my patients that sleep isn't about how long you stay in bed. It's about how long your brain stays in restorative mode. And that's what tart cherries do best. They gently guide your nervous system into deeper stages of sleep and keep you there. Beyond melatonin, tart cherries are also rich in tryptophan, an essential amino acid your body uses to produce serotonin and melatonin, meaning they support your sleep from both ends by providing the raw materials and the finished product. But the story doesn't end there. Tart cherries are packed with anthocyanins, a type of antioxidant with powerful anti-inflammatory properties. Why does that matter? Because chronic inflammation, especially in older adults, can disrupt sleep by causing pain, stiffness, or simply making the body feel unsettled at night. By reducing inflammation, tart cherries create a calmer internal environment, one that's more conducive to falling asleep and staying asleep. I remember one gentleman in his late 60s who came to me after years of fragmented sleep. He'd wake up 3 or 4 times a night, sometimes for no reason at all. We added just one simple step to his routine, a small glass of unsweetened tart cherry juice, once in the morning and once about 30 minutes before bed. After 2 weeks, not only was he sleeping longer, he reported dreaming again. That's when you know you're getting deep sleep. Now, let me be clear, tart cherry juice isn't a sedative. It won't knock you out, and it shouldn't. Instead, it works with your body's natural sleep architecture, nudging it back into rhythm gently and gradually. That's what makes it so perfect for seniors who want lasting results without dependency or side effects. If you're ready to try it, Make sure you choose 100% pure tart cherry juice, not the sweetened kind often found in the soda aisle. The best timing is one small glass in the morning and another in the evening, yes, even during dinner. Alternatively, you can snack on dried tart cherries or add fresh ones to a yogurt bowl. Just keep the portion moderate. The benefits come from consistency, not quantity. And here's a pro tip: pair tart cherries with almonds before bed. One gives you melatonin, the other provides magnesium and protein to keep your blood sugar stable overnight. We'll talk more about almonds later, but for now, if you've been longing for just one more hour of sleep, or wishing you could wake up feeling refreshed instead of foggy, this might be your answer. So far, we've looked at two powerful tools. Kiwi helps build melatonin naturally, and tart cherries deliver it directly. But what if there were a food that not only supported your sleep, but actively relaxed your muscles and nervous system, preparing your body from the inside out? That's exactly what we'll explore next. Let's talk about bananas, and why they're more than just a breakfast fruit. 3. Bananas, the muscle relaxer and mood stabilizer. Bananas may be one of the most common fruits on the planet, but when it comes to supporting better sleep, especially for older adults, they're anything but ordinary. Over the years, I've had countless patients tell me they've tried everything for their sleep: pills, meditation apps, even herbal teas. But very few realize that something as simple and familiar as a banana can gently transform their nights from restless to restorative. The secret lies in a powerful combination of two key nutrients that bananas deliver in abundance: magnesium and tryptophan. Magnesium is nature's muscle relaxer. It helps ease tension not just in your limbs, but throughout your nervous system. As we age, we tend to carry more invisible stress in the body. Even when the mind feels calm, the muscles stay tight, the heart beats faster, and sleep becomes harder to reach. Magnesium gently tells your body, it's safe to let go. A study published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences found that older adults who increased magnesium intake experienced significant improvements in sleep time, sleep efficiency, and overall sleep quality. But magnesium is only half the equation. Bananas also contain tryptophan, an amino acid your body uses to produce serotonin, the feel-good chemical that stabilizes mood, and melatonin, the hormone that tells your body when it's time to rest. This is why bananas are particularly powerful for those who struggle with both sleeplessness and emotional fatigue. They don't just help you relax physically, they lift your mood and quiet the emotional chatter that often keeps people up at night. I once had a client, a 68-year-old retired nurse, who described her insomnia as a storm in my body. She wasn't anxious exactly, but she couldn't relax enough to sleep. We added one small banana to her evening routine, about an hour before bed, sometimes with a sprinkle of cinnamon or a spoonful of peanut butter. Within a week, she was falling asleep faster and waking up less. Her body had found its rhythm again. Bananas also support stable blood sugar throughout the night, which is essential for avoiding those frustrating 2 a.m. wake-ups. Because they contain slow-releasing natural sugars and fiber, bananas provide gentle fuel that keeps the body balanced during sleep, rather than triggering an energy crash. And unlike processed snacks or overly sweet desserts, bananas are easy on digestion. No bloating, no restlessness. To get the most out of this natural remedy, eat one medium banana about 30 to 60 minutes before bedtime. You can enjoy it as is, mash it into warm oatmeal, which, as we'll cover later, is another sleep-friendly food, or slice it over whole grain toast with nut butter for a satisfying snack that relaxes and nourishes at the same time. And here's a little insight from my clinical experience. For people who experience nighttime leg cramps, a very common issue in older adults, bananas can help reduce the frequency and intensity of those cramps due to their rich potassium and magnesium content. It's not just a fruit, it's a nightly reset. So far, we've seen how kiwi builds melatonin naturally, and tart cherries deliver it directly. Bananas, on the other hand, prepare the body physiologically, calming your muscles, regulating your mood, and gently supporting your nervous system so you can fall asleep without effort. But what if you could combine all of those effects into one single snack? Something that delivers melatonin, helps your brain function better, and reduces inflammation all at once? That's exactly what we'll talk about next. Let's move on to one of the most overlooked superfoods for sleep and brain health: walnuts. 4. Chestnut walnuts, melatonin and omega-3 powerhouse. Walnuts are often praised for their heart health benefits, but very few people, especially older adults, realize that these humble, Crinkled nuts are actually one of nature's most powerful dual-action tools for both sleep and brain health. In fact, if I had to recommend just one food to seniors struggling with sleepless nights and age-related cognitive fog, it would be this one. Why? Because walnuts deliver a rare combination of nutrients that support two critical systems: your circadian rhythm and your neurological function. Let's start with melatonin. Unlike most foods, which support melatonin production indirectly, walnuts actually contain natural melatonin, making them one of the few edible sources of this sleep-regulating hormone. This means that when you eat walnuts in the evening, you're not just encouraging your body to wind down, you're literally giving it the signal it needs to do so. But walnuts don't stop there. They're also rich in tryptophan, which, just like in bananas and tart cherries, helps the body create serotonin and melatonin. This dual delivery system, providing both the raw materials and the finished product, makes walnuts a uniquely efficient sleep support food. And then comes the real game changer: omega-3 fatty acids, particularly alpha-linolenic acid, ALA, which the body can convert into DHA, a type of omega-3 essential for brain health and mental clarity. Multiple studies have shown that DHA plays a direct role in regulating melatonin synthesis in the brain, especially as we age. This means that by eating walnuts, you're not only boosting melatonin, you're making your brain better at producing it on its own. I once worked with a retired professor in his early 70s who had always been sharp, focused, and articulate. But after a year of poor sleep, he began to experience memory lapses and mental cloudiness, as he called it. We incorporated a small handful of walnuts into his nightly routine, paired with calming herbal tea. Within a few weeks, not only did his sleep deepen, but his mental energy returned. He told me he was dreaming more vividly and waking up feeling clear, something he hadn't felt in years. That's the power of feeding the brain and the body at the same time. Walnuts also help stabilize blood sugar levels during the night, thanks to their healthy fats and protein content. This is especially important for seniors, as blood sugar dips can often trigger wakefulness around 2 to 3 a.m., breaking deep sleep cycles. What's more, the anti-inflammatory properties of walnuts, thanks to polyphenol and other antioxidants, help reduce systemic inflammation, which has been strongly linked to sleep disruption, chronic fatigue, and even depression in older adults. To get the most out of walnuts, aim for a small handful, about 5 to 7 whole nuts, in the evening, ideally about 1 to 2 hours before bed. You can enjoy them on their own, sprinkle them over a bowl of oatmeal or Greek yogurt, or blend them into a banana smoothie for a triple-threat sleep snack. One tip I often give my patients: combine walnuts with tart cherries or a kiwi slice to amplify both melatonin and serotonin effects. This combination creates a natural synergy that supports every stage of the sleep cycle. Walnuts are a perfect example of how food can nourish the brain and body without relying on pharmaceuticals. And the results: clearer thinking, longer rest, deeper dreams, are often felt within days. We've now looked at foods that support sleep from different angles. Kiwi helps build melatonin, tart cherries deliver it, bananas relax the body, and walnuts support both sleep and cognition. But what if there were a way to calm the mind emotionally, to ease the mental tension that keeps you tossing and turning, even when your body is tired? That's exactly what we'll uncover next. Let's talk about a warm, golden drink that has been soothing minds and bodies for centuries: chamomile tea. 5. Teacup without handle. Chamomile tea, the ancient nerve soother. Chamomile tea may seem simple, even old-fashioned, but it is without question one of the most effective and time-tested natural remedies for sleep, especially for older adults who find that even when their body is tired, their mind refuses to shut down. I often tell my patients that sometimes what you need is not just to sleep, but to be invited into rest. And that's exactly what chamomile does. It doesn't force sleep like a sedative. Instead, it calms the nervous system, reduces anxiety, and prepares both mind and body for true rest. The secret lies in a bioactive compound called apigenin, which binds to GABA receptors in the brain, the same receptors targeted by anti-anxiety medications. But unlike those medications, chamomile is gentle, non-habit-forming, and supports the body's natural balance. In one clinical trial published in the Journal of Advanced Nursing, elderly participants who drank chamomile tea daily reported falling asleep faster, waking up less frequently, and feeling more refreshed in the morning. I've seen this happen in real life, time and again. One of my clients, a 75-year-old widower, hadn't slept through the night since his wife passed away. He described his nights as quiet but heavy, full of unprocessed emotion and low-level anxiety. We introduced a simple nighttime routine: a warm cup of chamomile tea, dim lighting, soft instrumental music. After a week, he told me he no longer feared the night. "It feels like the tea is gently closing a door," he said, "and my thoughts finally settle." Chamomile tea doesn't just calm the mind, it also helps the body. It has natural anti-inflammatory and antispasmodic properties, meaning it can ease physical discomforts that often keep older adults awake, like joint pain, indigestion, or nighttime muscle cramps. I always remind people that insomnia isn't just a mental problem. It's a physical one too, and chamomile addresses both sides. If you're someone who experiences bloating, acid reflux, or general restlessness at bedtime, chamomile may be exactly what your body is asking for. The ritual of making chamomile tea also holds therapeutic value. Boiling water, steeping the bag, watching the soft yellow hue spread. These simple, mindful actions tell your brain it's time to slow down. I recommend steeping one chamomile tea bag in hot water for 5 to 7 minutes, drinking it about 30 to 45 minutes before bed. You can add a touch of honey or a slice of fresh ginger if you like, but avoid caffeine, citrus, or sugary snacks alongside it, as those can counteract the calming effects. What's especially beautiful about chamomile is that it creates a transition, a psychological bridge, from the alertness of day to the quiet of night. It's not just a drink, it's a ritual of release. And for many seniors who have trouble winding down, that's the missing piece. So far, we've explored foods that support your biology: kiwi, tart cherries, bananas, and walnuts. But chamomile? It speaks to your emotions. It whispers to your nervous system, telling it the day is over and that you are safe to let go. If you've ever struggled with racing thoughts, emotional heaviness, or that lingering buzz in the chest before bed, chamomile may become your nightly companion. And now, as we move forward, I want to introduce a small but mighty food, one that combines the calming power of magnesium with the regulatory benefits of melatonin, all packed into a single crunchy bite. Let's talk about almonds, and why they might be the secret weapon your sleep routine has been missing. 6. Chestnut almonds, the calm builder before bed. Almonds are often associated with heart health and healthy snacking, but what many people don't realize, especially older adults, is that this humble nut is also one of the most effective foods for promoting calm, balance, and better sleep. In my 10 years of working with seniors, I've seen time and again how a small handful of almonds before bed can make a noticeable difference in how quickly someone falls asleep and how deeply they stay there. What makes almonds so powerful is their high concentration of magnesium, a mineral that plays a crucial role in muscle relaxation and nervous system regulation. Think of magnesium as your body's built-in off switch. It helps release muscle tension, lowers cortisol levels, and encourages the brain to transition into a restful state. And the older we get, the more important magnesium becomes, because our natural stores of this mineral tend to decline with age, just when we need it most. A study published in the Journal of Research in Medical Sciences showed that increasing magnesium intake led to significant improvements in sleep duration and quality among elderly participants. But almonds don't stop at magnesium. They also contain natural melatonin, the hormone that controls our internal clock. It's rare to find a whole food that offers both magnesium and melatonin, which is why almonds are such a special part of any sleep-supportive routine. I often refer to them as nature's bedtime button. I remember working with a 66-year-old woman who had just entered retirement. She was vibrant and active during the day, but found herself lying awake for hours at night. She described it as being tired, but wired. We made just one small change, adding 6 to 8 almonds to her evening snack, paired with a calming herbal tea. Within 2 weeks, she reported not only falling asleep faster, but also waking up less often during the night. Her mind, she said, felt quiet again. Beyond their effect on the nervous system, almonds also help stabilize overnight blood sugar levels, which is especially helpful for older adults who often wake up in the middle of the night due to glucose dips. The healthy fats and protein in almonds provide slow, steady energy that keeps the body in balance throughout the night, reducing those sudden wake-ups that leave you groggy and disoriented. They're also incredibly easy to incorporate into your routine. You can eat a small handful on their own, sprinkle chopped almonds over a warm bowl of oats, or even blend them into a banana and cherry smoothie for a nighttime snack that supports every layer of rest: melatonin, magnesium, serotonin, and blood sugar control. Just be mindful not to overeat them. About 1 ounce, or 6 to 10 almonds, is plenty. It's not about quantity, it's about consistency. I always say, it's not the snack itself that changes your sleep. It's the message you're sending to your body. It's time to slow down. It's time to rest. And almonds do that so beautifully. They bring a sense of groundedness, a return to calm. So far, we've explored foods that soothe the mind, support brain chemistry, and relax the body. But there's still one more food on our list. One that often surprises people because it's warm, hearty, and usually associated with breakfast. Yet, when eaten the right way, at the right time, this last food may be the missing piece that holds your entire sleep routine together. Let's talk about oats, and how this comforting bowl can help you stay asleep longer, even if you usually wake up in the middle of the night. 7. Bowl with spoon oats, the overnight sleep stabilizer. Oats are often seen as a breakfast staple, but when I work with older adults struggling to stay asleep through the night, this gentle, warming grain becomes something entirely different. It becomes a sleep stabilizer. You see, for many seniors, the issue isn't just falling asleep. It's waking up in the middle of the night, often around 2 or 3 a.m., with no clear reason. What most people don't realize is that this could be due to unstable blood sugar levels, something oats are remarkably good at balancing. That's right, oats can help you stay asleep longer, more consistently, and more deeply. The key lies in their composition. Oats are rich in complex carbohydrates, which digest slowly and provide the brain with a steady stream of glucose throughout the night. This helps prevent the sudden blood sugar dips that can trigger a cortisol response, causing you to wake up abruptly, even if you don't feel hungry. But the benefits go far beyond blood sugar. Oats are also a natural source of melatonin and magnesium, two critical nutrients we've talked about throughout this video. Melatonin helps your body maintain its internal sleep-wake rhythm, while magnesium calms the nervous system and reduces muscle tension, creating a physiological environment that supports deep, continuous sleep. I once worked with a 70-year-old man who had no trouble falling asleep, but like clockwork, he would wake up around 3 a.m., wide awake and frustrated. He'd lie in bed for hours, waiting to drift off again. We added one small bowl of warm oats to his evening routine, not for breakfast, but about an hour before bed. Within a week, his 3 a.m. wake-ups disappeared. It's like I've returned to the kind of sleep I haven't had since I was 40, he told me, and that sentiment stuck with me. Warm, grounding, and nourishing, oats don't just help you sleep, they make you feel safe enough to stay asleep. They also contain B vitamins, which support serotonin production and have mild anti-inflammatory effects, making them ideal for those dealing with nighttime aches or general restlessness. And the beauty of oats is in their flexibility. You can prepare them warm in the evening, add sliced banana for extra magnesium and tryptophan, top with a few chopped almonds or walnuts for healthy fats and melatonin, and even stir in a touch of honey or tart cherry juice to enhance their sleep-inducing profile. Or, if you prefer something cold, you can prepare overnight oats in the morning and have them ready by bedtime. Just mix rolled oats with milk, or a dairy-free alternative, add your favorite fruits, and let it sit in the fridge. Either way, oats are comforting, easy to digest, and surprisingly effective as part of a sleep-focused nutrition plan. One thing I always emphasize to my older patients: comfort matters. The brain responds to signals of safety and calm. A warm, familiar bowl of oats isn't just nourishment, it's a message to your nervous system that the day is done, and it's okay to let go. As we come to the end of our list, let's take a moment to reflect. We've talked about 7 natural foods: kiwi, tart cherries, bananas, walnuts, chamomile tea, almonds, and oats. Each one targets a different part of the sleep cycle, from calming your muscles to supporting brain chemistry to stabilizing your internal rhythms. But all of them share one thing in common: they work with your body, not against it. So if you've been looking for a gentle, sustainable, and truly effective way to reclaim your nights, these foods are not just suggestions, they are invitations to rest. In just a moment, I'll leave you with one final message, one that I share with every older adult who walks into my clinic searching for hope, healing, and the simple gift of uninterrupted sleep. As we come to the end of this journey together, I want you to pause for just a moment and ask yourself something simple, but deeply important. When was the last time you woke up feeling truly rested? I mean the kind of rest where your body feels light, your mind feels clear, and you're not dragging yourself through the day on fumes. For too many older adults, that kind of sleep feels like a distant memory, something lost with age, stress, or health conditions. But here's what I want you to take away from everything we've shared today. Restful, healing sleep is not out of reach. It's not gone. It's just waiting to be reclaimed, naturally, gently, and consistently. Over the past few minutes, you've learned about 7 powerful foods: kiwi, tart cherries, bananas, walnuts, chamomile tea, almonds, and oats. Each of these isn't just a health food, they're a signal to your body that it's time to relax, release, and recover. They each work in a unique way. Some increase melatonin, some relax your muscles, some balance blood sugar, and others calm your racing thoughts. But the real magic happens when you begin to see these foods not as isolated fixes, but as part of a bigger picture: your nighttime ritual, your self-care, your return to balance. I've seen remarkable transformations from the simplest changes. One woman in her late 70s started drinking chamomile tea while journaling before bed. A retired firefighter added a handful of walnuts and kiwi to his evening routine. A couple in their early 60s began making oat bowls together in the evenings. It became a bonding moment, not just a health habit. None of them took a prescription sleep aid. And yet, within weeks, their sleep improved. Their energy came back. Their joy returned. And if it happened for them, it can happen for you too. You don't need to overhaul your entire life. You don't need expensive supplements or complicated routines. You just need a little consistency, a little curiosity, and a lot of self-kindness. Start by choosing one food from today's video. Try it for 5 to 7 nights. Watch how your body responds. And more importantly, listen to how it feels. Your body has been trying to speak to you. Now, maybe it's time to listen. And now I want to hear from you. What part of today's video resonated most with you? Was it the calming power of chamomile tea? The surprising impact of kiwi or tart cherry juice? Or maybe it was realizing that stable blood sugar, something as overlooked as oats, could be the missing piece to staying asleep through the night? Backhand index pointing right, leave a comment below and share your experience. I truly read every single one. Not only does it help me create better content for you, it also gives others hope. Because your journey could be exactly what someone else needs to hear. If you found value in this video, please do me a favor and click the like button. It helps this message reach more people who are silently struggling with sleep, just like you. And if you haven't already, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications, because we're just getting started. There are so many topics we'll be exploring together. How to protect brain health as you age, reduce joint pain naturally, improve digestion without drugs, and yes, more gentle, food-based strategies for restful sleep. You deserve more than restless nights. You deserve more than getting by. You deserve to feel strong, sharp, and at peace in your own body. And it all starts with one small act of care, repeated consistently. Sleep is not a reward, it's a right. And you're allowed to rest. So take this video and take action. Tonight, not next week. Choose one habit, one food, one gentle shift toward the rest your body has been asking for. And when you wake up tomorrow, let that be your new beginning. I'm proud of you. I believe in you. And I'll see you in the next video.